Odebolt, Iowa is a town of just under 1,000 people, but one thing's for sure, the community takes pride in preserving the history with the whole square dedicated to that town's heritage.
KTIV's Clayton Anderson went to the town to see all the historical preservation taking place.
Odebolt boasts Heritage Square, where people can easily walk from the Odebolt Historical Museum, the Rural Schools Museum, the Peterson Pioneer Home, as well as the First State Bank. Ground was broken on the historical site in 2011. In 2012, the Peterson Pioneer Home was moved to the site from its original site on Walnut Street. It is an example of an 1886 pioneer home for a family of 7, although looking around, it doesn't seem that spacious.
It's interesting that it is preserved. At one point it could have been torn down and the history would be gone. So we are happy to be part of the Heritage Square with 4 structures.
Another historical landmark can be seen in Odebolt. It is actually a full working bank in town that has a heavy historical significance. The bank opened in 1915 by W.P. Adams and is largely unchanged from the original design and structure. It now operates as Shelby County State Bank.
We don't have any plans to change it. Everything is most likely going to stay exactly how it is, just because it is such a unique place and it is so cool.
After checking out the bank, you can check out the Odebolt Historical Museum, which is located at 137 2nd Street in town. The museum serves as a location to showcase the area's history as volunteers take items from the public and display them in the corner building. The museum is segmented into sections such as a military section, a household section, as well as sections honoring the schools and sports in the area.
We want our museum to be kind of a hands-on museum, a touchy-feeling thing.
And in the Iowa Rural Schools Museum of Odebolt, you can see what was transported here was an old schoolhouse in 2011, and now it really showcases what it was like to be in an old one-room schoolhouse while showcasing other unique artifacts. KTIV was even there in 2011 to capture the images of the one-room schoolhouse built in the 1880s that had been converted into an agriculture building being moved into town. And as you can see, the building has received a lot of love over the years to make it a historical attraction.
We've got different styles of desks to show the different types of desks that were in use from the 1883 to 1951. We've got different ways of showing, teaching music, from our pump organ to our Victrola to our piano. And so we are full of lots of interesting things that talk about a child's life in that kindergarten to 8th grade.
That'll do it for this episode of Hometown History from Odebolt, Iowa. Thank you for tuning in as we had a lot of history on this edition. Make sure you tune in on our next episode to see where we head next.